Seg in the chat.
Hey,
There we
hey.
go.
How's it going?
There's that guy.
All right. Oh, I
Oh,
shouldn't have eaten that Vegemite. I'm sorry. Taste
There's always room for Vegemite.
No.
Look.
Oh.
twinsies.
She said the Vegemite had a weird aftertaste to it.
Yeah, Marmite. Sorry.
I like. Do you not like Marmite?
I love Marmite, and I liked the
It's the
Vegemite when I
same
was eating
thing.
it, but it just. I know. Well, I thought that when I was eating it, but there seems to be a strange aftertaste of the Vegemite.
Maybe it's because you had mayonnaise first.
Yeah, I did have hot dogs, mayonnaise, and ketchup beforehand, so that could have had an effect.
Yeah.
Because I can still taste the bloody Vegemite.
So you actually had hot dogs with mayo?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's weird.
Why do you think Crow's here?
True.
Your turn, Seg.
I said I would try beans on toast with cheese.
I actually had that for breakfast this morning.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I like them all individually. I just never had cheese on beans before, or beans on bread. So this would be interesting.
Yeah, like baked beans.
You might want to toast the bread.
Toast your bread, put some butter on it, pour however many baked beans you want. Then grate some cheese on top of that, and I like to have like a little bit of barbecue sauce in there too.
What?
Great.
Okay, I'll give it a whirl. I'm gonna knock it. I also gotta try Vegemite as well, or Marmite.
You've got to try. You got Vegemite or Marmite. Caroline, I do eat Vegemite. I like Vegemite. I like Marmite too. Well, they taste. I think I'm the only one who thinks this. I think everyone else thinks there's a difference between Vegemite and Marmite.
No, Steak, I have to say when I was tasting, because everybody said Vegemite tastes different, and I think it tastes exactly the same.
Yeah, because it's made by the same fucking company. It's just renamed.
Ah,
debunked.
It's the same logo. It's just a different word.
Wow. Okay.
I asked Copilot what Vegemite tastes like. It says it tastes like earwax. I'm not kidding.
Well, that's a hell of a review.
5-star Google.
It's also a bit concerning. Somebody would know what earwax tastes like.
But I don't know. Can you even buy it in America?
Yeah, you can.
Like, does it have to be like ordered off Amazon, or can you just buy it in Walmart?
I saw you can order it from Walmart. So
yeah, they probably have it in the what do they call it? The ethnic section where they've got all kinds of different. No, but it used to be like the Oriental section or the Mexican food section, but they changed it. And now it's like all of it combined into one aisle.
That reminds me of the sign that says crackers love cheese.
You got to go to like the. I'm probably going to offend everyone in America when I say this. You got to go to like the deep, deep south, and they're still like those supermarkets haven't been changed. We still got our ethnic section.
For the Chinese get the rice.
Yeah, I'm not going to go any further with that.
Well, I managed to get Vegemite in Morrison's up here in Northumberland, so I'm sure that you can find it in America.
Right, so that's weird though that they sell Vegemite in the UK when we've got perfectly good Vegemite that's everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's
I was
just
surprised.
because there's obviously enough Aussies in the UK.
Yeah, but I get it down in London. There's not a lot around here.
You what?
There's not a lot of Aussies around here.
Yeah, I suppose they're all in London, aren't they?
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff we don't get up here. But I was about to order it from Amazon, and I was shopping. I thought, well, I'll just have a look, and it was there on the shelf.
Like next to the Marmite?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right next to the tortilla shells.
No.
What's up, John?
Hey, John. How we doing?
Hey,
You've
John.
just missed the taste test. I may never eat again today. Oh.
Right across the shelf from the motor oil.
Sounds like a gas station.
Zach was telling me how good Indian food was. I don't think I've ever actually had Indian food.
Indian food's pretty
Indian food.
all right.
Yeah, like it's not big in America, is it? It's huge in the UK.
Mm.
I mean, it might be. I saw there was some Indian restaurants here. I've never went to one. I mean, I have had curry from a Chinese restaurant before, but never like an official Indian restaurant.
No, Chinese. I love Chinese curry, but it's very different to Indian curry.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta try Indian, bro. You gotta.
Yeah. You have to eat
Like,
your hands,
just
right?
go dead simple. Just get a chicken tikka masala. Just get a chicken tikka
Yeah.
masala, or a chicken korma, or something that's kind of like, you know, very safe. I don't know. Where do you stand on like spicy food?
I love it.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe go for like a jalfrezi or a vindaloo.
I'll never remember any of these names either, right?
Fair enough.
Have a vindaloo
Excellent.
jalopy, please.
I like
But,
jalfrezi. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I like a jalfrezi.
You are speaking of
I
foreign
like a
language.
balti, like a nice balti.
Mm,
They don't do
Yeah.
curry so great over here. Do you guys find though that when like you can handle spice like spicy food better from certain cuisines than others? So like I'm better with whenever a Thai dish is spicy, for some reason I can handle that a lot better than Mexican spice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know one thing for me. The Mexican. I went to a Mexican restaurant one time a couple years ago. I was doing they give you the free chips and the salsa. I was like, hold on. I said, hey, my salsa's bad. I said, it tastes like dish soap.
Oh.
And she's like, oh, that's the thing. She goes, some people think it tastes like it's like a. I didn't
Yep.
realize that some people are wired, and it tastes like the what's it called? The stuff inside that this. What the fuck it's called? It's
Yeah, I can't think of it now either, but I know what you're talking about. It's an herb.
yeah. Some people think some
Coriander.
people are.
Coriander.
No,
yeah.
Cilantro.
There you go, cilantro.
cilantro. That's it.
Oh, cilantro, right.
That is
So check this out.
coriander, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Oh, it's the same
Same
thing. Okay,
thing.
sorry,
Just
I didn't
rename
know.
it properly.
I don't know.
I'm not used to having backup. I'm sorry. Most of it. I'm usually being bullied by Americans. Said it's nice to have.
No,
Fellow
yeah,
Brit
do
on the
your
panel.
thing.
Damn right. Speak
Well,
the language properly, won't you?
But isn't it funny that some people are wired where cilantro to them tastes like dish soap?
Mhm.
It's an actual thing. But I went
You might
years.
just went to a bad restaurant.
No, for some reason, I never tasted like that to me ever. But ever since that trip, everywhere I go, even if I get it for home, it tastes like dish soap. But if you actually Google it, it's an actual thing. It's so weird.
Too much hot dogs and mayo change your taste buds.
Yeah.
We've got these bugs up here called stink bugs, and I think they smell just like cilantro.
Do you eat them?
No.
Do you
I'm
eat
actually eating up
cilantro?
my.
Coriander. Sorry. Let's give it its proper name.
Stink bugs, do they fly? Do they fly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like with stink bugs, do they just like? Do you have if you kill them, they smell bad, or they just let off
They.
gross pheromones like randomly?
I
Yeah.
think they put off a pheromone when you crush them.
Mhm. Yeah. If you crush them, it just makes it worse.
Oh. Hence the name, huh?
I think it's like a pheromone or maybe even some type of oil on their bodies. But if one lands on you, freaking, you're gonna have that stink on you too.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
more
right.
like a warning trigger to like a nest kind of thing.
So they're quite bad. They smell quite bad. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're never alone.
So let me ask you a question. So I don't know if you guys saw. Did y'all watch Mr. Gray's video where he said is he basically announcing he's not going to be a debunker anymore? Do y'all know what's going on with that?
I haven't seen him in a while. I've been kind of sleeping in lately, to be honest. So I've missed those. I've got to go back and watch.
He's been kind of hinting at it for a while, though, hasn't he? He's been kind of saying. He finally just sort of come out and said it. But he's been saying for a little while now that he's like kind of tired of doing this. He's been doing this for so long. He's got nothing else left to say. And I suppose that can happen if you just do top 5 channels pretty much most of the time. Yeah. You might run out. You just see the same clips or the same type of clips every time.
Yeah.
Which can be like, I suppose, a bit of a disadvantage if you don't focus on channels.
Mm-hmm.
But he just doesn't like to get, which is fair enough. He just doesn't like to get involved in the, I don't know what the word is, drama, I suppose, of like, reacting to channels.
Yeah. It is drama. I was going to say, I was having a conversation a couple weeks ago, somebody, mine and you, Seg, about like the whole reaction versus debunking. And, I was thinking too here recently, I miss just, we call it taking the piss or making fun, whatever you want to call it. I love a good debunk, but I also love a good video, watching, side guy tear apart somebody. We call it roasting. There you go, roasting. But almost like that, just as good as watching somebody get debunked because it's so fucking funny, and so it's okay. If there's no debunks, I'm cool with it. I like watching them. Yeah.
What I find is that, if I can get a good debunk, or if I can't get a good debunk, I'm happy to do a roast. But what really sells is drama. That's the thing that sells the most.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people click on the most by far. And it's not just drama. It has to be drama of a quite high stakes. Yeah. So Cody Satori, it's interesting. Like if Cody Satori did what they did, but they didn't do Sam and Colby's Hell Week, no one would care. Because they did do it before Sam and Colby's Hell Week and no one cared.
Yep. And he did it before he even met Satori, so and no one ever cared.
No one cared when he did it before Satori. No one cared when he did it for what's his name? Seth Borden. No one cared when I think he's calling with Josh. No one cared because there's an episode, I haven't seen it, but there's an episode of Ghost Hunters out there where Cody Satori are with them.
Now that's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. So there's, I should really watch that, but there's they were out there, like their methods were out there. No one ever talked about it. No one ever cared. But as soon as someone as massive as Sam and Colby comes along, then all the attention comes along. So it's more than just drama. You also need high stakes, which is why probably the Conjuring House fiasco became such a big deal, because it wasn't just the drama of everything that's happening there. You got Jason Hawes involved in the whole thing. Cody Satori was involved in the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And let's not pretend that people wouldn't care about the Conjuring House if it wasn't for the movies and all that kind of stuff. So there was a lot going on there with all that.
Yeah.
It's almost like a perfect storm, though, wasn't it? With all those different elements coming together.
And it hasn't. I think people have calmed down a bit, though. But I think that could reignite in a big way. I think there's probably a big finale. It may not come for another year or so, but like eventually that's all going to.
Well, they're back at it again. They're putting videos out, and now it's like
again.
You go subscribe to their channel. They're putting videos of them going to places and doing the thing. But it's funny this time.
Sorry,
Cody
and Satori. Yeah.
What's different though is that there's no longer that signature shoe sound. It's gone.
Yeah,
you can tell it's somebody tapping on the walls. It's like it's totally different, and absolutely. You don't see his ankle moving at all. It's like guys are doing it different, and you can totally tell.
Mm-hmm. That one that they were in the bunker, it sounds like somebody banging a rock on the wall, and there's never everybody in the camera at the same time when that's going on.
I'm just having a look on their channel now because I'm interested to see what kind of views they get.
Yeah, I have no idea. I just saw that one and I'm like, are you kidding me? That's not freaking ankle popping this time. That's a totally different sound, and they did that on purpose. It's actually somebody banging a rock on the wall or something else.
They always had that signature shoe sound. It always sounded the same.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they uploaded a video 3 hours ago that's got 988 views. Considering how
Jesus.
massive they were, it's amazing how quickly the internet moves on, isn't it? Like, they were massive for a very long
you know what,
time by internet standards.
I think it's because their channel itself isn't really known that well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't. You know, I subscribed because it came across somehow. So I subscribed before I lost it. I didn't know they had a channel just for themselves. But hey, before didn't they all this stuff? How we're saying that they weren't known before, but weren't they on only TV before? And then when they got to YouTube, that's when it kind of changed, because when you're watching TV, you don't have the platform to like comment underneath the video like you do on YouTube. So do you think it had anything to do with the fact that it was on YouTube now versus TV?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I think TV can definitely shield you. I mean, like, you gotta, because the thing with TV is that if someone doesn't like something you do on TV, you got to get online and find the forum where other people want to talk about this.
True.
So whether that be Reddit, whether that be IMDb, whether that be whatever it is, you've got to find you got to make the effort to find that that forum to talk about this. Whereas YouTube is right there on the video, dead easy.
And now it looks like she's trying to bring her brother into it too. Satori's trying to bring her brother into it.
Well, did y'all hear about Haunted Hotel? I think they're wrapping up their YouTube channel. They're done. I think they're going to go into a different platform.
Yeah.
Who's that? Sorry.
Yeah.
Haunted Hotel.
Oh, well, that doesn't surprise me.
No.
They've tanked. Like they allow me to like get this off my chest because I don't like talking about Haunted Hotel, but I'll do it now. I think I've mentioned this actually when Sarah was on my the last time I did a video on them, when Sarah was on the live stream with them. They've had can I swear, Sarah, on this?
Yeah. Yeah.
They've had every fucking opportunity to get their formula right, and they fucked it up. They've had every advantage that any other YouTuber would kill for, and they fucked it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have collaborated with bigger channels. I'm not like, obviously you've got like the levels of Beardo and all that stuff, but also like they collaborated with.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ouija Brothers.
Yeah, Ouija Brothers. Ouija Brothers, Gross on Trent. Kalani was there. I don't know where that video is, if they're ever going to release it or not. Huh. But Kalani was there. I've seen photos of him there. They've had other big channels there. They got the whole council of chess. They've been on the morning television in the UK to advertise their brand. They've had articles written about them. They have a location. There's no overheads like that. They got a business that was at one stage making money, and they don't have any overheads as far as like travel expenses or accommodation or any of that kind of jazz. Like they had every opportunity to get this right, and they messed it up.
Well, would they say, Sarah, was the reason you're going to die in this segment? They said it was too complicated for YouTube. Is that what she said?
That's what it said.
They were too complicated.
Is it complicated, or I thought it was even worse? I thought they said too advanced or too.
Yeah,
they said too advanced for YouTube on the video I did on them.
Right.
But in the community post they put out, I think it was yesterday, it said they were too complicated for YouTube.
We're just too stupid. Yeah, that means the YouTube crowd's too stupid to understand. It's like,
yeah, we're too complex. No, you're not. You're shit.
We're not posh enough.
They're fucking boring. I've tried watching their videos. As I was going to do. I've never done just a regular video on them. And I was gonna, like, very unlikable on camera.
Yeah.
There's no like their humor is really forced. There's no chemistry between any of them, and the content is boring.
Sounds
Well,
like
I
really
was
Phil.
actually saying, because I was
Other
actually
than that,
saying
it's great.
earlier that if they had somebody that was more personable presenting it, they'd probably do a lot better.
Yeah.
You know, but I can't bear watching it because it's boring. I don't like the presenters. There's no personality there. So I mean, I've never been interested in it, ironically. But it's too boring for YouTube. Let's face it. That's my opinion. In my opinion.
Yeah, it's a very cool
It's the
concept.
most-
It's actually a decent concept, but
Yeah.
the personality's
Yeah, it is.
too arrogant too.
Yeah, if it was
Yeah.
done right, it would thrive. And you know, in other aspects, so within franchising it, that is going because like what you worry about is that if it's always in the same location, it's going to get boring. It's the same thing over and over again. But the fact that they're franchising it and bringing in new people, new characters, new locations, that's what you need to spice things up with the channel. And it's just dull. They just don't, because they've got no one there who knows how to make a video. That's the problem.
It was funny with Shaped that video he said on there, like he compared it to McDonald's, one in every corner. That was pretty good. Because it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fast food
Yeah.
ghost hunting.
So,
I'm
yeah,
building the same way.
I just think it's funny they think we can't keep up with them. They're so complex. Ooh, what are they doing now? They're moving to a different room. I don't understand what's going on here.
Of all the excuses, that is a very, very Danny excuse, though,
Yeah.
isn't it? It actually is textbook Danny to say that.
Well,
Like,
they're going to a different
even
platform.
when he fails, it's everyone else's fault, and he's
Yep.
still great.
Yeah.
But what platform are they going to? Because they say platform, to me, if they're going to TV, he would say, oh, we got a TV deal. But to me, this is like a Paraflix or,
Some other streaming service.
I guarantee
Amazon.
you. Ooh, I'm curious. And here's the thing. I wonder if they'll fail there too. Because if they do, then who are they going to blame?
Themselves. No.
No.
The streaming
Look like
service
platform
wasn't right
again.
for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because his other show was on Amazon. The Haunted Country. I mean, sorry. That was on Amazon at first.
Yeah, I've tried looking for it. It's not there anymore. At least not on the Australian side of things.
But getting on Amazon is not hard. That's not like a thing.
No, everything's on Amazon. Any old shit's on there. There's loads of crap on Amazon. If you just keep scrolling down, the amount of rubbish on Amazon.
I just heard you don't have to get a certain deal. It's like basically if you meet the requirements, you can put your stuff on there. So, but I'm subscribed to them. They're always popping up with ghost caught on camera, this caught on camera. So I just never bothered to look anymore. But I'm sure if you actually go do a deep dive, dude, there's probably so much debunkable stuff on there.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't even think anyone cares anymore. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem.
agree.
I think I would like to see one definitive debunk on them, because of all the videos, it's mainly been me and Shape that made the videos on them. I don't think there's things that we both kind of pointed out which are weird or dodgy or part of their history, which raises eyebrows. But I would like to see a definitive debunk on them, and then I think that's it. Because the reason why no one's even hate watching them, just no one gives a shit.
Yeah. I think ever since the fiasco with Sarah, I think people just okay, this guy's too much.
Thing is, there must be a lot of people like me who, even from the beginning, I just never bothered with them. You know, it was nothing new or exciting. It was just run of the mill, almost carrying on from most Bloody Haunted, only in one location.
I would say
You
most
know,
Haunted
that's what it
were more
reminds me.
entertaining than them. Most
Yeah.
Haunted were more ridiculous than them.
Exactly.
Well, what I noticed
Maybe
too,
that's
though,
part of the problem. They take it too fucking seriously. You know, it's
Yeah.
Didn't they
That's why
run a
there's no
haunted
personality.
attraction before My Haunted Hotel though, like a Halloween attraction type thing before?
yes, send you the
what's it
video
called?
now.
Sorry, what was? Oh yeah, that was Psych Hotel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, why would
Um,
anybody believe that they got a real haunted hotel if they already had set up a hotel for something as a freaking haunted thing? They already know what they're doing.
Well, yeah, that their argument for that is that if you go to Antwerp Mansion or some of these other places, they have Halloween theme nights and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, yeah, but that's not the point. No one really cares. Like almost every known haunted location that thrives from being a haunted location does an attraction on Halloween. They just fully advertise it as such.
Mm-hmm.
This is the point I was trying to make with them when they tried to make that excuse. I'm like, the point is nobody knew about Psych Hotel, and the fact that Brett was also involved in Psych Hotel. Like, I don't do, my involvement with Psych Hotel. Oh, sorry, Brett's involvement with My Haunted Hotel has nothing to do with him being involved in attraction designs, except he literally did an attraction design at the same location as My Haunted Hotel,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't tell anyone about it.
Right.
Like it's such a ridiculous. They got caught out, and you know how they got caught out is really freaking easy. This is what happens with a lot of these places. Like, go on their LinkedIn because their professional ego won't let them. They want to they want to cram as much into their LinkedIn as possible to showcase their credentials.
Right.
And I actually spoke to Brett privately, and one of the things I said to him was like, Brett, why does it say you were there for 3 years? Oh, it was just a mistake. No, it wasn't. It was because you want to make out it was a much bigger deal than it really was.
No.
But
and they would have made so much more money
from your LinkedIn. You don't need it on LinkedIn. Delete it.
That wouldn't even matter if they would have just threw down. This is just an entertainment type thing. They would have thrived and probably made all kinds of money and brought in tourists from everywhere just to come freaking go to this attraction.
Well, that's the attraction started off for 1 year. It was a success. They tried to do it a second year, and they even had they were so confident on it. They tried. So this is during the month of October each year. So I can't remember. I think it was like maybe 2012 the first year. And then they wanted to do it again in 2013 and 2014. They had tickets on sale for both those years, and the ticket sales were so bad they had to cancel it. But that's what they wanted to do. They wanted it to be a sort of sustainable franchise.
Yeah.
That they would just do, or a sustainable business, should I say, sorry, that they wanted to have on every year. And they also did a Christmas special as well, which did go ahead. That one did go ahead.
They should have kept the building the same instead of like painting all this like wicked shit and making it look Halloween themed and putting the huge chain around the doll, and they just they should have left it the way it was. It'd been more creepy, but they made it look like an attraction.
Well,
That was my problem with it. Yeah,
I know I'm talking too much here, but like the thing that annoyed me as someone who loves history is it's. Brett made it Victorian themed because he just looked at an old building, and he does a lot of all of his previous work is on Victorian horror themed attractions. But it's not a Victorian building. It's a Tudor building. It's a completely different era of British history. So they don't care about
my
history.
argument with it.
Wow.
Do it up in period.
Great
You
point.
know, in the appropriate period.
You know, but like, you know, the reason they went with Victorian is because that's what Brett knows. Brett, if you look at Brett's history, he does Victorian themed, immersive, like theatre designs, and he knows what he's doing. He's good at what he does, and he just put it in my haunted hotel, ignoring the fact that it's not a Victorian building.
No.
It's ridiculous. Anyway,
Attention to detail.
Like the big red cross that lights up on the wall in the doll room, you know, just it's over the top.
Mm-hmm.
But I was going to say too about that whole thing real quick. It was season 2, episode 9, I believe it was, where they put the people in the room. And this to me is just so apparent. You're putting these people in the room because that way you can see where they are, see where they're at, you know what they're doing, and then you hear a door knock, right? And they go, "Oh my God, what was that?" It was a very loud, straight up human door knock. It's a human fucking doing it. And then after it happened, they go, they get their little walkie-talkie, say, "Oh, hey, we heard a knock." They go, "Oh, really?" Because this was Brett goes, "Hey, go into the hallway and see who's out there." Now I'm thinking, hey, you're the assholes with the cameras. Can't you look at the fucking cameras and see where they're at?
yeah,
That to me just proved right there, like this is fucking bullshit. And then they showed after the fact, they showed the person walking out of the room into the hallway from the hallway camera. And I'm like, it's so funny you guys didn't show the side by side of the door and the inside of the room to show that there was nobody on the outside. They didn't do that. They showed it after the fact. And I know, I bet my ball sack on this, that one of them guys, Harry, Brett, or Danny, went up to that door, knocked on it, and ran away. It's totally what they fucking did.
yeah, probably, yeah.
It sounded just like a human door knock, but it's like if you have cameras, why do you have to ask that person to go out into the hallway? Just simple things like that. And then they cut away to themselves sitting in a little room going, I didn't always act surprised. Oh, really? What's going on? You know, they're not very good actors either. So
No, they're not. They're really not. They're really bad. Considering Danny is a bloody actor, he's really bad at it.
Oh shit.
To answer
He's
Jeffrey's
not, though.
question, I don't like Foster's.
Crawfish?
Fosters.
Not,
Foster.
not what I
Talking-
said.
Crawfish.
Oh.
Beer in the chat.
The thing with this whole Danny Moss actor thing, though, I don't know if I said this, but I looked him up on IMDb because it was like, what was the one he was supposed to have been in? Seg,
Hollyoaks.
is it Hollyoaks? And when you look him up on Hollyoaks, he's in like one episode as gang member number 3.
Yeah.
That's his resume on IMDb.
Yeah.
Made it big time, didn't he?
Yeah, Crow, you got to go on YouTube and just check out Hollyoaks. Actually, all the Yanks, actually. Just because Hollyoaks is another level of just stupid.
Really? Was it like a soap opera?
It was a soap opera for 20-somethings.
So it's like Beverly Hills 90210 pretty much.
Kinda, but it was supposed to be a bit more gritty than that. Like, there was like themes in there that was not like, it's not just that person shagged that person. It's like, oh, that person gave that person AIDS. Not kidding either. Genuinely not kidding.
No, he's not.
That's actually in
No.
it.
So that was his claim to fame.
So yeah, and that's it. That's the highbrow show. And then they went a bit more. It was like there was a show which I never watched Hollyoaks, but it's like it was a show called Hollyoaks After Dark, and it was like Hollyoaks, and then people would like there'll be more like a little bit more like sex scenes in it, or like more adult themes in it than usual, and it was just so cringe.
It wasn't good.
Well, since we have
Yeah.
Seg here, I was going to ask him a question. So
Yes.
do you see yourself doing this like
Often.
in two years down the road, 2 or 3 years? Do you see stuff going that like keeping on with the paranormal that long?
Oh God, Crow. That's a tough question. I hope so, but at the moment, I don't feel like I'm slowing down for ideas of videos. Not every video does great, but I still enjoy making them. I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to
'Cause
say hopefully yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I don't know.
why not?
I think Sadaga has the ability to do other stuff besides paranormal. Even though that we won't talk about the Rob Lowe video, but I mean, yeah, you have the ability to do other stuff like mainstream stuff that's not paranormal. I think you can probably roast about anybody or anything, actors or whatever. So
I would, if anyone's got any ideas for that for me to do, I think eventually I would like to do that. Yeah.
well, didn't you
Your
try to do
voice went
something?
up awfully high then, Seg, when Crow asked you that question. It was like, oh, so. Yeah, I thought, oh, fuck, there's an end date on this. Nobody told me that when I signed up.
That's funny.
Well, I started off doing voice when I started doing YouTube. I was doing voiceovers only, pretty much, and but I got to a point where I told Seg this already, but like I was doing these voiceovers and it was funny. And so going back look at the old videos, I still love the old videos, but when I try to do those now, I can't really do them because I've made all the noises, I've made all the fucking things. I'm like, I don't know how to do them anymore. So that's why I started doing the reaction type videos where I'm behind the screen. I was telling Seg, I hope that doesn't happen to him one day where he kind of just like goes, you know what? I don't know what to fucking say anymore.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried that will inevitably that has to happen at some point, doesn't it?
Here's my thing with that, right? Genuinely, is I think anybody, like any of us, would have that thing about, oh, can we keep doing this for a while? But personally, I always find I have new ideas anyway. And if you're looking from now to 2 years' time, it's hard to imagine doing anything else. But I'm sure I've seen you do different things over the time you've been doing it, Seg. It's like when you started debunking weather systems and talking to the owners of these locations. I think you naturally, as you go along, actually develop different. So it could end up that you turn into a different channel, but I don't think you'd do it suddenly. You'd do it gently as you were chopping and changing your stuff.
Yeah,
I think that's the way it happens.
There's only one, because this is the thing I've come to notice is that I'm not very good at doing things that I don't enjoy. I know that sounds quite obvious to say, but it is very true. Like if I'm not having fun with the video, I won't do it. I'll just stop doing it. Even if I think it will get views and all the rest of it. So, or I just won't start it at all. There's only one other type of avenue I was like interested in going down. And it probably would have to be if I started a second channel trying this. But I've always thought it'd be funny to, as a father of two small kids, my kids can go down weird rabbit holes of the kind of like children's content that they enjoy on YouTube. And some of it is so weird and bizarre, like really, really weird, really bizarre stuff.
Elsagate.
I just thought that would be quite funny to go down those sort of like rabbit holes of like what is considered YouTube children's content.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always
now, obviously, completely different to what I'm doing now, but like some of it is really weird, and some of it's like really quite immoral.
Yeah, they have the thing of Elsagate where people were making stuff under, children's themed stuff and be not appropriate.
That's the first I've heard of that, though.
Yeah.
I watch this new stuff. I'm like, God, this new stuff's so weird. But then you go back and watch the shit we grew up on. It's like they say some very sexual shit, and they're like, when you watch the Smurfs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's true. That's another avenue you could go by. Is like, exactly. Laugh at what it's on YouTube now. But like, when I was a kid, there was definitely some like risque jokes in I don't know, something like, I'm trying to think now what would have been like some like dodgy stuff.
Like the Flintstones.
Yeah, or I reckon there's probably even some weird stuff like that. Like, well, don't want to get on my high horse about this in a weird way, but like, I love the Muppets. I love the Muppets, but like constantly you just see Miss Piggy beating the living shit out of her boyfriend.
True.
I don't know, but like, then again, I don't want to get like all kind of like, oh, this and that and all the rest of it. Like, there's some stuff that I just see that as like just harmless slapstick, whatever. I don't really care, so I probably wouldn't mention that. But like, there's probably some other ones.
Well, somebody pointed out, it might have been you, it was like pointed out it was like a kid's show, and basically it was a joke that the animated character did. It was basically about going down on somebody, but in a kid's show. It was very, very just obvious that's what it was. And I guess it's probably videos on already on YouTube if you look it up of like all the sexual stuff that's in the kids' movies. Probably, I don't know. But I've seen someone. Well, shit, we used to watch, and it's like, of course, we didn't know it back then. We go back and they pointed out to you. It's like, wow, that was put in there on purpose.
Yeah,
might be worth a good video.
Yeah,
Ren and Stimpy.
But Ren and Stimpy was trying to like push the boundaries. I love Ren and Stimpy.
Mm-hmm.
I still put Ren and Stimpy clips in my videos.
I was a big fan of. I still watch Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead. I remember when they were on MTV, and then freaking it was Daria that came on after him or something.
Oh yeah.
The Eon Flux.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was going to say too, about the debunking stuff too. Like when SEG came along and did that location debunk. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I'm just saying, in a Franco video years ago, he called it the Medina Murder House, and on the video I showed that it actually wasn't the Medina. It wasn't even the fucking same state. He was just calling it that to get more views. But I did put that in my video, but I didn't make that much of a big deal of it. When he came along and started doing like location debunks, weather debunks, I've never really seen it before. I don't think it's ever been done before as far as debunking YouTubers. So, like that video. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Matt. So it's nice of you to say. I've always thought that the
your camera's on.
Oh, look at that!
Yes,
How did that?
Camera's on.
Thank you. I don't think I showed my face though, did I?
You couldn't see anything. It was too dark.
I'll take that. That's stupid.
Delete.
Yeah. Did you see my face?
No.
Maybe just eyebrows up.
All right, that's fine.
Mostly just hair.
I've lost my train of thought now. I'm not just saying this because I do actually have to go real soon. I'm going to go pick my kids up from school.
I was
going to say something. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is that the idea of like debunking locations? I think is every bit as important, if not more important than maybe even the channels. And it's like I just think like the locations themselves need to be scrutinized every bit as much as the channels.
We can get Joe in here and talk about the Hill House.
Please. I haven't heard about that in a hot minute.
Love you, Joe.
That's the trouble with the locations, though. I mean, I get on my high horse about it because I get sick of the same locations all the time. And as somebody said earlier, and you said it as well, Seg, about like the Conjuring House and over here, 30 East Drive, and other locations that have movies attached to them that messes up with the stories and what people expect of it. And there's just so many locations. I just wish people would go to more new locations, and stop paying stupid amounts of money to go to somewhere that people are getting tired of anyway. I'm getting tired of seeing the same location every time.
Breaking news: The Conjuring House isn't fucking haunted. Sorry. It's just not. I'm sorry.
No, it's not. It's not. At least I'll put it this way. I've got no reason to think it is. I was there.
I've never seen anything, nothing that made me go, "Oh wow."
No.
Yeah, it's always whenever there's no cameras around, you hear shit like people getting thrown around, and that's what the parents claims is that like they were tossed around, some demonic unseen forces, and then what was the big claim is Bathsheba Sherman completely debunked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally without a shadow of a doubt debunked. And when they're like, well, we got to find some kind of ghost, and then they just make up. We got to find a ghost somewhere. They just pull whatever they can out of their ass. So then it's what is it? The Arnolds, and then there was another one of what was the other one? Like some random oh yeah, that's it. Like Native Americans, another one, and then there's like
the land. It's the land.
Battle, yeah, a battle on the land. A battle that was fought on the land. Like imagine that for a second. The amount of battles fought all over the UK, United Kingdom, all over Europe.
And now they got aliens and Big Feet and what's the other one?
Was funny. They didn't once they put in the fucking contract or whatever it was that the
waiver.
Big Bigfoot out there, but they wouldn't let you go outside. So go figure.
Gotta watch out for Bigfoot.
So I actually spoke to Brian about that since after my video, and he said that was one. According to him, that was one of Jacqueline's rules for that week.
Wow.
We just got there unlucky. The week we got there, it was just please don't go outside. We'd rather you didn't go outside. We probably still could have gone outside, but we just didn't.
But yeah, they have Exploring with Josh and all these guys camping out for days. In the front
and Cody Satori, along with Project Fear, were wandering around the grounds for a whole video.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit. Anyway, guys, good talking to you. I've got to head off.
On that note, I say enjoy the next 2 years.
Thanks very much. All the best, guys.
Later, man.
Cheers. Bye.